now I got Jonathan.
Hey. Thank you,
Hey,
Taylor.
man.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm so happy to do this, and I'm so happy to support you guys. Support you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah, I mean, I've interviewed hundreds of people, and I am super excited about you. You know, you're definitely a big part of my childhood, and
Really?
yeah.
Damn, it's awesome, bro.
Like I
Really
experienced a lot of tragedy, you know, growing up, and like I you know, with parents and drugs and alcohol, and it made
That's
me feel
what happens.
it really, and abuse, you know, physical and mental abuse. And when I heard, you know, Korn, it made me feel like, oh, it's okay, you know, I'm not the only one. And
You know what's funny about that? Is when I did that, and I put my soul up there to everybody, I didn't realize so many people fucking felt the same way, so it goes both ways. Feeling that I had so many fans of the same people that fucking felt the same way I felt made me feel okay. So it's a two-way street, bro.
oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I wasn't doing that shit. I just was dealing with my shit through music. This is how I dealt with it. It was more of a, you know, it became kind of a way for me to deal in therapy, and that was my psychiatrist, who was my fucking computer at the door, actually tape machine back then, but that's how I dealt with it.
Dude, awesome, man. And you know, it's a healthy way. It's a healthier way than the ladder, you know what I mean? And the ladder is curling up into a ball and just saying,
I need
F
cookies.
the world.
You didn't give me my cookies. Can you hold on a second? I'm sorry, I'm with my boys.
No problem,
We're
no
getting
problem.
food for dinner. Yeah, I had 2 cookies. Yep. Sorry.
No problem.
I'm Dad. I'm home from tour for one day, so I'm grabbing them food.
That's like the best thing too. Like I did my research on you. You know, I tried to listen to as many interviews as you can, and very like I do the same thing. Like I feel like, you know, with engulfing yourself in your children, and
That's all I do.
yeah, and that my child healed me, and that's what I really feel like. I said, oh shit, man, I can see the difference in you too.
Yeah. Well, that started early on with my first baby, Nathan. That's when I realized he was 3 years old when I got sober. It's like I had to fucking figure out, you know, I got these children and they fucking depend on me to be alive and be a fucking their role model. So, you know, so I gotta get my shit together and lead a good example. So that's what I did.
How's sobriety going?
I celebrate 20 years, August 22nd, bro.
No shit, man. Congratulations. That's a big feat.
It's huge for me. I didn't think it could be done. I mean, I relapsed once in 20 years doing some other shit, having a midlife crisis, but, you know, I stayed the alcohol thing, and it was really, it's a good feat. And then 20 years, one fuck up, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good batting average, man.
Right? So, that's what went down.
We have this new album that we have coming out.
Yeah.
And I've listened to a couple songs.
Okay.
Fucking killer. Like
You like it?
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting you. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I really like it. What it is, I heard that song, and what is that song about?
It's about coming to grips with fucking the reality of whatever's fucking with you in your head at the moment.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's basically a how-to book on how to deal with fucking depression or anything in your life that's fucking with you. Once you fucking come to terms with, there's nothing you can do about it. It's how you react. Then you've won the battle. And that's how
And you can't change.
Really goes.
You know, you can't change it. You just got to accept it.
No. Yeah. So that's what that is really mostly about. That's really, I think it's touched a lot of people. And it's a fucking sad song, but you know, that's fucking true.
It is. And that's one of the things I've learned in my life too, is like, you know what? Once you can't control it, and you got to know that, you know, it's you against the world at times, you know, especially in the younger ages growing up. And the easier you are to accept the bad things and to move on, the less you have to carry throughout your life.
Yeah. Definitely. And it took me to be fucking 40-something years old to figure that fucking shit out. And I wrote the thing when I was 37, but now I'm 40. Totally, I get it now.
How was the writing process in
just
this new
did this.
album?
I wrote it all over the world on tour with Korn years ago.
Oh, you did? So every album is like a different time. Is it like a time machine for you?
It is. I mean, I recorded what it is 11 years ago. It's been sitting just how it is for 11 years. That song.
How come you didn't bring that to the table for Korn?
Well, it wasn't a Korn song. You could tell that's not a Korn song. And
Right.
The other thing is, I got signed by a label, and the president signed me, and then unfortunately he left. And hold on, let me connect my phone so I can drive.
No problem.
You there?
Yes.
Okay, so he left, and the person he wanted to produce the album became the president of the label, and then he was too busy to produce anything, so I just was like being lost in the shuffle and asked for my record back, and they gave it to me. And then, fast forward, the Korn fucking machine has to keep rolling, because that's how managers get paid and pay their bills, so they keep us out on the road for a long time. We haven't ever had a real big fucking any time off, so I haven't had a chance to do this and put it out and do it right. So finally, when Korn's taking a little break, working on a new record, I have the time to go out and record it, or not record, but play it live and do the record right, because it's an art piece, man. It's just not the record. It's a whole all-encompassing experience, and that's what I wanted to make.
How do you, the writing of the lyrics, but how do you come up with, the melody or the riffs or the music side of things?
It just happens.
Just you?
I don't think.
You're just like messing around with the guitar or...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It starts with a riff or something, and I just build on it. And it's just it's called being inspired. In Latin, that means with spirit. You're channeling something, man. It just comes to you. And I wrote all this stuff with Miles Mosley, who played bass on the album, and another guy, Horse, which was Zach Beard. We wrote some stuff together, and I wrote a lot of stuff by myself. And this whole thing came together. This really crazy world music hybrid. It's kind of timeless. I wanted to just create a vibe for people.
What would you say your best piece of art is that you made on this album?
The fucking album and the whole thing, man.
The whole thing?
The whole concept of the videos. This is the videos. What it is, video is the ending of my whole story of this record. Of me getting incarcerated in this crazy place and being reprogrammed. The videos are going backwards. It's going to tell the story backwards. So that's the end. And then the Everyone video came out and it tells where the guards came from. This is crazy Christian and like brainwashing camp. And then the next one will explain more, and then the next one will explain more, but it's going in reverse. With that being said, we got that. Then the other thing is that a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, and it goes in with the videos, is I've been a big fan of the Gansfeld experiment, and that's basically these people came up with, if you take a ping pong ball, cut it in half, and cover your eyes with a ping pong ball, stare a red light, put headphones on with white noise, you deprive your brain of stimulation, and so your brain wants to stimulate itself. So you're basically going to hallucinate like crazy and peer into basically your subconscious or whatever your brain is conjuring up. But this stuff is appearing out of nothingness. So that made me going, like traditional Christianity, all this stuff. This is more real to me than the fucking book that was made 2,000 years ago. I'm not harping on Christianity at all. I think everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe, and I respect that, but they need to respect the fact that I can have an opinion and believe what I want to believe. And that was where the whole problem comes from. I wrote this album 10 years ago. At that time is when Ed left the band, so I was very angry at the church. So there's a lot of anti-church shit in there, but it's not or anti-religion shit. Or anti-church. It's not anti-religion. I respect everyone's beliefs. There's who the fuck am I to tell you what to believe? But I don't like churches that persecute gay people or people of, different means, and a lot of that shit goes on, and that's just anti what fucking God's about. So there's a lot of that on the record. There's a lot of just me dealing with, it's basically the story of me come to grips with, hey, I don't like this. Why the fuck am I here, and why, and my journey of trying to figure it out. And that's what the concept of the record is. So the videos and the Gansfield stuff in my special edition, I'm giving you a Gansfield kit, so the big goggles in there and the headphones, and you can listen to white noise and see all that stuff. It's going to all be included. So I want to have people have this whole encompassing experience, which is the Jonathan Davis thing. Can you hold on real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, bro. So, what I was saying is that I just want it to be an actual experience, not you just listen to some record and then forget about it.
Have you've and that's real creative, you know what I mean? It's awesome to me. Have you done that yourself? And for how long? How long have you deprived your brain of stimulation?
It's just you can sit down for like 15 minutes and it starts going, and I just start smiling and seeing these shapes and visions and shit. It's really cool. I mean, everyone's different. But I plan on doing like little pop-ups where these things that like we can do, and I'll walk you through it. Maybe a VIP experience or something, and I'll sit down and walk you through the experience. But you can be basically making the concept of my record come to life, because I think the concept of my videos is I'm this guy that's going around changing people's mind around from traditional beliefs into something alternative. And I just, take it for entertainment value. That's all I'm doing. It's not to be taken seriously. Yeah. And the bottom line, I'm just like, I want to entertain you. It's like watching a fucking movie about some Superman. That's just not real, but you're enjoying it and you're getting into it. This is kind of that kind of thing. I want to take my music and do it in a different way. And that's what I've always tried to do. With Korn or whatever. I don't like repeating myself. I don't like performing and doing stuff that's been done a billion times over. So there you go.
True trailblazer, man.
Try, man. What gets me up?
Was religion ever forced onto you growing up?
Oh, totally.
Okay, me too. Do you think that's where the guilt that you harbor comes from?
I don't know. I've just seen, once I've figured out how much bullshit it is, and dealing with, when I worked in the coroner's office or in mortuaries and stuff, dealing with clergy and seeing how fake and really fake and bullshit they are, it just made me think, this is a bullshit. This is just a fucking scam to take people's money and give them false hope. And I mean, some people really help someone and changes their lives, and I have no problem with that. God and believing in Jesus or fucking whatever you believe in, that helps you in a positive way. Fuck yes. But you don't need an institution that doesn't pay taxes and it's fucking evil to scam you out of your money for some false hope that God's going to do this if you go to this church. It's going to happen anyways. You don't need a fucking church. That's all I'm saying.
Killer. I read that you go to military bases and you like to check them out.
I've been there, because I do the Wounded Warrior stuff. I like to go visit troops and just bring them some happiness. They wake up and have some shit and they smile for a minute. I did my job. I just want to come and say hi.
That's really cool, man. I was a serviceman for 12 years, so as soon as I got out of high school, I went. And
you went right in?
Yeah, right in. I mean, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, And
well, that's all good. That's what happens.
I mean, it was good. It was a good leaping point for me to figure out what I want out of the world, And and it's awesome when I hear things of that nature. You going out and or just anybody who can give hope to another person without saying, "Oh, give me money and I'll give you hope."
No.
Like those.
I do lots of stuff.
That's awesome, dude.
I do lots of things. I have to give back to people. I like that. I like doing the anti-bullying campaigns. I do stuff for soldiers and post-traumatic stress disorder. I got a type 1 diabetic son, so I do a lot of stuff for JDRF. This is the way I give back any way I possibly can. It's the same thing with Korn or this thing. It's to help people, man. That's why I do it.
Thank you. We just want to say thank
you. You're welcome. No.
Do you have insomnia?
Do I have what?
Insomnia?
Yes. I don't know anyone that's worth a shit artist that it doesn't.
How do you? And you just let it ride? Because
I fucking pound. I have a regimen. I either take Z-Quil, Benadryl, or Dreamwater, and I have to switch them out. You can't do the same thing over because it stops working. So it's a mixture. I sleep. I just don't sleep during the night. I'm a vampire.
You also play games, with your kids, and I find the reason why I find that interesting, video games, that is because, like, that is how, like, I left the military for my son. I couldn't imagine me going away for 9 months or a year and a half without him being a part of my life.
Right.
So as I got out, and then we were super close, and then he starts getting a little older, and he starts pulling away, and what he's into is video games. So I bought myself an Xbox for the living room, and we play back to back. So what games do you guys play?
We play Fortnite right now.
Fortnite? Are you any good?
Fortnite, right? No, not. I play the what do you call it? The cooperative. I don't do the other shooter.
Oh,
thing.
The solo.
Yeah, solo. My son does the solo. Zeppy, both my sons, Zeppy Empire, do the solo, and then.
How many solo victories do you guys have?
How many do you guys have solo victories?
I have 32.
Pirate has 32. Zeppy has 5.
I got 12.
That's dope. He's got 12. I got 0, bro. I don't do that shit.
Well,
so
hey, I have to do it. Like, my son will come back talking shit, and I'm like a very competitive dude.
I get it. Right. I understand completely.
Is there any...
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but we got to wrap it up.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'll go with one last question.
One last question.
When and what was the last thing that inspired you?
When and what was the last thing that inspired me? Man, I don't know how to answer that question, because life in general, it just comes to me. I don't know if I see something that inspired me to write music. It's just shit hits me. So I think it's more spiritual. It just comes to me. It's not necessarily watching a movie or hanging out with a kid or seeing something that sparks something. It just comes to me. So I really can't say that. I mean, any kind of good movie, art, seeing a piece of art, I just can't like put a finger on it. I have a horrible memory, by the way. Horrible. It's 25 years of banging my head. It's done something to my brain. So, I wish I could answer that more, but I just have to do it like vaguely like that. It's just like life inspires me. My children, my band, fans, something will spark something, and I'll go write it down, or not write, but I mean, when I'm doing music, it'll make that come out. So I don't, even like writing lyrics, I don't think about it. It's more stream of conscious. I put I got my pencil or my iPad, and I just start writing. And whatever comes out, comes out. And there's times where I'll go a month, I don't even know what the fucking song's about. And then it'll hit me that day. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm trying to get out. So that's just how I work.
Well, Jonathan, it's been a true pleasure and honor. Thank you so much. Good luck with this album. Like, I love it.
Thank you so much.
So far,
I'm glad you enjoy it, man.
Thank you.
I think it's just one of those records you put on and it just takes you somewhere. It's a vibe. It's not like a corner. It's not to be aggressive. It's just for you to think and be chill. Take you out of their moment. That's what it's for.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And
you're welcome, brother. You have a good one.
All right. Good luck with
Thank
Fortnite.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, man. Thanks, bro. All right. Bye-bye.